Uh.
Good evening, race fans. Welcome into a special edition of ARS and LSRL. It is a league versus league showdown here tonight at the Michigan International Speedway for 100 laps. 50% of tonight's buy-ins are going to the top three, while the other 50% are being donated to charity. Got an estimated fuel run of 14 to 18 laps, so going to have some strategy thrown into play. 4 tire sets tonight and 2 green-white checkers to settle it. And as always, here with my co-commentator in the booth, Art. How we doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Excited for 100 laps of 2 very good leagues going at it.
Absolutely. Obviously, if you've been a follower of this channel for any time, you've seen a lot of these guys time and time again going at it Monday and Tuesday night. There's a little bit of crossover as well, so these guys are going to be very familiar with each other here this evening. It's going to make for some fantastic racing, and I'm excited to see who comes out on top tonight. The loser has to pay more for our services. That's what they were told. They don't know that yet, but that's what we're going to tell them post-race. So let's see if we can get a word here with Michael McElroy, league owner of the ARS Finity Racing Series side of things. How we doing tonight?
Good, man. How you guys doing?
Excited. Hopefully you put on a good show tonight.
Yeah, man. I'm really excited for it. This has been in the works for a few months now. I want to give a huge shout out to everybody who's helped out, especially Anthony. I know I'm going to butcher his last name, but I think it's Gugliano.
Giuliano.
All right, I got close. Yeah, I want to give a huge shout out to him. Me and him started chatting about this 2-3 months ago, and it's been in the works ever since, and it's had a purpose ever since, and that's what we've been raising money for, to help donate to a good cause, and then give the other half of it to the drivers who are participating tonight.
Absolutely. Why don't you tell me a quick little bit?
Anthony's in here. What's up, Anthony?
I dragged him in here. Both the league owners going at it.
Yeah, man. This is actually my first time ever talking over voice with Anthony, so I just gave you a shout out on YJ, man. Appreciate all the help with setting this up.
Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all inviting us over. It's going to be a pretty good one from the looks of it.
So now that you're both here, Art picked LSRL last time we talked, so I'm
I
rooting
did.
for the ARS guys by default. Whoever loses has to pay us more. We double our rate for the loser of tonight's event. So
Sounds
just-
good.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. But now that you're here, tell me a little bit quickly. I know qualifying is underway, but tell me a little bit about the where the proceeds tonight are going for charity.
Yeah. So tonight, as we know, so we have a purse right now of $400. Appreciate everybody coming out and paying their hard-earned money to race tonight. 50% of that's going to go back to first, second, and third. I posted the payouts in the league Showdown page. So it's going to be 100 for first place. It's going to be 60 for second place and 40 for third place. And then the other 50%, like I said, we've been working on this for months. And one of the things that we've always considered is, when there's a new family that's about to start and there's a lot of unwanted costs, or not unwanted, but there's a lot of unexpected costs and things that come up with that. And the other 50% of the proceeds that we're going to be donating tonight are going to the brand new Max Williams family that's going to be starting up in about 4 weeks.
Oh.
So we've raised $200 for you, Max. We love the guys at YJ. We love everything you guys do for us. And we're happy to cut you this check tonight.
Holy crap. So that I did not see coming at all. Well done, boys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we're need to buy some diapers and some
Yeah.
some Similac or whatever you got to get with that, man.
Yeah. Little Dale, due at the end of June. Can't wait to meet him and hopefully. I'm actually stunned. That's crazy. I appreciate it,
Yeah.
fellas.
And you can yell at Art and Corbin because I told them about a week ago and
Oh, wow.
asked them to keep it a secret, and they said, yeah, absolutely.
The one time they don't run their mouths, but that's awesome. Well, appreciate it, fellas. Love all the racing you guys got going on. Love calling y'all stuff, and especially going to be a good event here tonight for a great cause, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. We know you guys will do well. And, we'll know you guys will have fun in the booth. We hope everybody has a nice, clean race. And we're looking forward to racing with the LSRL guys because we love watching their streams as well.
Absolutely. A lot of crossover as well between the league. Got some guys that race Monday night, go to race Tuesday night, and then a couple of guys on Tuesday night have come over to the Monday night side of things. So, yeah, it should be a lot of these guys very familiar with each other, hopefully.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thanks for all y'all do.
Yep.
Yeah, and Anthony, thanks again, man, for all the help setting this up.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Y'all have a good one tonight. Good luck.
Yep,
All
we'll see you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep. All right. Well, that is certainly something. I think I figured out what the May surprise was.
Oh yeah, really?
You set it up so perfectly for the broadcast. I
Yeah,
loved it.
that's so funny. That's awesome. Wow. All right, so as I try and recover, qualifying finished here, and so far the top four. LSRL, Randy Arms in the 05 machine, 39.74. Chris Pinder leading the way for ARS. That's good to see. Got a couple of new faces here. We'll get to that in just a moment, as we are ready to take the grid here this evening. First one to grid up will be, I believe, Eric Shields. Let's go talk to your pole sitter here this evening. All right, go up in here. Here with your pole sitter tonight, Randy Arms in the 8 machine, a championship 4 contender in the LSRL side of things, and has also made the playoffs in the ARS side of things, and he's got pole here tonight in the league Showdown, so he's looking very good in all phases, all leagues. What are you hoping to accomplish here tonight?
Guess try to stay up front. Try to get the win. I didn't practice at all for this, so my first practice laps was tonight when I joined the session. So to be able to get the pole kind of shocked me.
So, gotta ask, if it's late in the race and you don't really know how the points are shaking out, if you got your teammate in front of you, LSRL, one of the speed zone guys, you gonna drive through him for the win, or is it kind of a league thing? How's that gonna play out tonight?
We obviously want one of our guys to win. So really, depending on the situation, it's probably work together till the last lap. Then it's maybe every man for himself.
Absolutely. Well, looking forward to seeing how the strategy plays out here tonight. We know we got two strong leagues going head to head, and I'm excited to see how it plays out. Good luck tonight.
Yep. So thank you.
Yep.
I still can't believe they let Corbin into this.
They let anybody race nowadays, don't they? Everybody's gridded up. We got a couple of first-time drivers here on the YJ Media channel. One of the LSRL guys races in a couple of their other leagues, GT3 F1. Mikhail Turkin in the 35 truck here this evening. Michael David, Ben Thomas, and Brandon Thornhill. You saw him last time up, racing in the LSRL Daytona 500. So he's made a select couple of appearances. Michael Eckhart making a debut on the channel tonight for the ASR side as well. Good to see a couple of first-time faces. And all the familiar ones as well. Randy Arms, Chris Pinder, Jonathan Dolly, your Talladega winner last time we were live on Monday night. Good to see the familiar faces, and we are ready to go racing here this evening.
I'm feeling pretty confident in my pick to, take LSRL. Top 4. The only one not in the top 5 is, or the only one not in the top, or in the top 5 that's not LSRL, Christopher Pinder.
I'll be very interested to see. So you picked LSRL. Now who's the driver that's going to bring it home for him?
I don't know why I wouldn't pick the man on pole, Randy Arms.
All right. I'm with the ARS boys tonight. Yimmy. Magnus Anderson, starting in the 10th position here this evening, has done pretty good in the ARS Truck Series. And I haven't seen these guys race in the trucks a lot, so not sure really what to expect over the course of a short fuel run tonight. So just curious to see how it plays out as the pace car will be making that hard left-hand turn down pit road. We will be underway here tonight for 100 laps. Got the brand new green flag emotes in chat. Get ready to spam them because we are getting ready to go green here this evening. Randy Arms enters the Geico restart zone, and we are green.
Oh, we're about to already be 3 wide. John Deere truck in cent middle 3 going into turn 1.
Randy Arms will come out of turn number 2 with the race lead, side by side between league mates. Maybe not. Eric Shields falls back in line. Chris Pinder battling away with Tony Scarbo. He's 3 wide with the 58 of Jonathan Schwartz, who's made up 3 spots. 3 wide heading into turn 3 the very first time.
Schwartz making up ground in no time. He might come out of this first lap in P2.
Magnus Anderson, my pick to win. Also up 5 spots on the opening lap. Pretty good showing here from the 7 machine. Jonathan Dolly picked up a spot. Andrew Tenold is up 2. They made it through the first lap clean. Travis DeLeon missed the grid. He started from pit lane, so he'll need a caution to get back into the swing of things. Corbin Simmons sits in 27th. Wing car reporter this evening, not making the broadcasters look good. Look at that 99 Nathaniel Landwehr. He's sliding up the racetrack under pressure from Eric Shields, under pressure from Chris Pinder. And Magnus Anderson challenging Randy Arms for second as they head down the front straightaway. Quickest man on the track that time by 39.51, and he is inside of Randy Arms for second, inside of Jonathan Schwartz for the race lead here on lap number 3. He is moving up to the front in a hurry, as is Jonathan Schwartz. They're both up 8 spots here in the early going.
Magnus is going for it to 3 and 4. He's working the bottom side.
58 got a little bit tight there, it looked like, at a turn number 4. And side by side down the front stretch, 2 by 2. At the line, it would have been Jonathan Schwartz by 100th of a second. As they head off into turn number 1 again, Chris Pinder, who's in the 17 but listed as the 8. Randy Arms in the 05, who's listed as the 8, but good stuff here between your top 4. The two LSRL guys on the high side, the two ARS guys on the bottom side of the racetrack. Ryan Tiller, quickest man on track that last lap. He ran a 39.45. Oh, and that's going to be contact with the 74, Jonathan Dolly, Tony Scarbo, and there goes Ryan Tiller around.
And you just had a talk about him.
Absolutely
beautiful
did.
Dr. Pepper machine.
And caution is out. They have iRacing yellows, and unfortunately for the first time on this channel, it will be our boy Ryan Tiller bringing out the brand new yellow flag emote. Let's take a look at what happened. Him and Tony Scarbo and Jonathan Dolly. Let's take a look. Some right rear damage and significant damage to the front of that 23. Jonathan Dolly goes off into turn number 3. It just gets into Scarbo. Andrew Tennell nowhere to go.
That seems like such a weird one. Almost like a little bit of netcode there.
Get another look at this here.
It doesn't seem like Dolly's that close to Scarbo, but
Yeah, I mean, it comes around very quick on the 59. Just barely misjudges it. Jonathan Dolly running a tiny bit lower. Tony Scarbo running a little bit higher. The slightest of contact is made. Dolly gets sent up the hill. And Ryan Tiller, the meat and the sandwich there, nowhere to go for the 23 Dr. Pepper machine.
is everyone coming down?
Tony Scarbo going to get turned around here as well. How about the 25 machine?
Corbin, you should have stayed out and led a lap.
This is Glenn Murphy Jr. in the all-silver truck. He actually is going to barely miss this. Let's go on board with the cockpit view here. It's going to be pretty dicey in front of this 25 machine.
I would say if this is the points race, I would definitely stay down.
Excellent
Only
use of
one
the
lap.
brakes there.
Only one lap matters tonight.
And it is lap 27. That'll make all the difference here tonight.
Lap 27.
Lead lap 27, you win the race.
I'll make sure to do that then.
Yeah, but everybody came down. Obviously, a shorter fuel run with 50% fuel tanks in these trucks. Forcing some strategy. You already see guys saving. Magnus Anderson wins the race off the pit road. Everyone fuel only. Andrew Tennell looks like he took a set of tires, though. As did Corbin and Tony Scarbo. Ryan
I did
Tiller
not take a set of tires.
said you were on pit road for way too long, though. Tony Scarbo fixing some damage, longer stop, and Ryan Tiller has the most damage to fix.
I was just unmuting my mic.
And he's got heavy front end damage to that 23. He should be still able to get back out on the lead lap. And then Drew Joie.
But we have less fuel than an actual, than we have enough tires for. You know what I mean? we need to make more pit stops for fuel than we have tires.
I love it, honestly.
Oh no!
So that's why everybody went fuel only, no tires at all.
But I feel like everyone went no tires because it's lap
Well,
5.
It's also because it's lap 5. That's why everybody pitted in the first place, is because we need the fuel.
Ooh, Dolly giving a net fault. DUL on 1 and green.
Yeah, it was looks like maybe a little bit of netcode, but I think regardless, he did get into that right rear there. So obviously, iRacing auto cautions, but they will be completely reviewed live by the race control team here this evening. They determined that Jonathan Dolly was at fault for getting into the right rear. Tony Scarbo turning him around in front of his teammate Ryan Tiller, who, as you saw on Monday night, was completely in the catch fence, Herbie fully loaded style. He's done that a couple of times. Everyone's trying to catch back up to the pace car. They all should be able to do so. Lights are still on top of the pace car.
Does anyone else feel like the bad guy in Herbie Fully Loaded should not have been the bad guy for being mad about having to race a Beetle in a NASCAR sanctioned race?
Right?
I feel like he had a very good time. But the green got delayed for a lap for some reason.
Allows everyone to catch up to the pace car, though, at least. Travis De Leon. Good caution for him. He started from the pits with a lap down. So all drivers, all 29 on the lead lap and still out on track, with Daniel Landwehr at the back, going to come and top off for more fuel. It's not a bad idea with how short this fuel run is.
How has Drew Jawash's chat already been disabled?
Oh, jeez.
Corbin?
He was mad at me for not catching up in time.
I'd be mad at you too, to be honest.
Oh, I said L plus ratio to him over race chat, so I was interested to see if I get my chat disabled as well.
You should have your chat
You
disabled.
probably deserve it at this point.
That's all I've said the entire time.
You say too much.
I won't argue that. You also say too much though, so.
Yeah, well, I get paid to do so.
We are paid to talk.
Well,
If I don't say too much, then it's a problem.
you'd think Max would communicate more than huh?
Nope. Decent run so far for the 35 truck.
How about you worry about the race and stop typing in chat? Man was trolling his way into getting his chat
Don't
disabled.
lie and say that you love Corbin. Okay, don't lie to us.
Hold on, he's saying he doesn't know. He cursed. That's the problem.
Whatever.
You said a no word.
Corbin, you're too far up the field, 24th. Might want to watch out here. Coming to the restart zone, though, Magnus Anderson going to be leading. Chooses the high side. Randy Arms on the inside. So mixed up front row here. ARS on the outside. LSRL on the inside. And we are back to green flag racing.
Jesus Christ.
Magnus able to get a big jump there on the outside.
Looks like there's a couple gaps that were about halfway through the field. How about Kevin Boley up 12 spots? I love these LSRL paint schemes that they have made as well. He had a big jump into turn number 1, but out of turn number 2, Randy Arms challenging down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Schwartz pushing him all the way down the back straightaway as well into turn number 3.
We actually have bump drafting here.
Michael McElroy said earlier this week that it races like a super speedway with the truck chassis, so draft going to be important here this evening. Glenn Murphy Jr. starting to make his way up through the field. We know he's super quick. He's under pressure from Eric Shields, and there's Michael Eckhart. Joshua McQuiggan battling away with his crew racing teammate and league mate for the 9th position.
Schwartz going for the lead.
All the way down to the bottom side of the racetrack, and he'll dive it in deep into turn number 3. It has been the 58 in the 7 show early on. Chris Pinder doing a very fine job in the truck as well. He's up to 3rd. Magnus trying to do a little bit of a crossover there. Almost turns the 58.
Things are getting spicy.
Here comes Michael Eckhart through the middle up to 4th with a heck of a run. Out of turn number 4 and down the front stretch, he's going to slide right up in front of Randy Arms. Right now, 2 of the top 3 are the Affinity Racing Series guys. Magnus, gets into the
Magnus
wall.
into the wall.
Down the back straightaway. That's going to bunch up everybody. Here comes the 14 of, I believe that is... Yeah,
Is that not Casey Brown?
it's Casey Brown. Had a good run down the back straightaway. Picked up a couple of spots.
Yeah, I believe Schwartz slid up out of 2, like in front of Magnus, and Magnus was just trying to give him a bump and got up into the wall.
And the top 12 are within 8.5 tenths of each other. So this is, in fact, racing like a super speedway in the early going. Further back, some pretty intense racing between competitors. There's Brandon Thornhill, cars in the wall, and in turn number 2, I believe that is Kevin Boley. Some right side damage to that truck behind him. Brandon Thornhill, Kyle Ritchie going at it.
Pinder looking to fight for the lead. He's on the inside of Schwartz through 3 and 4.
And 26 should go down to help his league mate, but not doing so this time. Now he's going to come back down. Now he's going to think about 3 wide himself. It is a hornet's nest for 4th on back. This field starts to get a little bit spread out, but there are several packs of racing, even all the way down. Very open Corbin Simmons, 25th, all the way back to 29th. Oh, and there's a big crash, middle of the pack. William Bowman involved.
Oh, and they're still wrecking.
That was
You need a little more break there, Corbin.
I had no idea where the wreck was at.
Ryan
I
Tiller
saw cars
again
go
through the
down.
grass.
I didn't see
Yellow
him
is
come back
out.
up. Yeah, that looked weird for me.
Take a quick
Ooh,
look.
Kevin Boley gets a bad push from William Bowman, and it gets him sideways into the wall.
These are teammates. Not even league mates. It gets on that right rear and it just lifts him. Oh, nothing Mikhail Turkin could have done there. Multiple guys involved. Drew Joie, I think, misses this wreck.
You would think he misses it, but he leaves, like...
He's blinking down the back straightaway, just... Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about.
Interesting.
They get 0 fast repairs.
That is correct.
I think
What did-
Drew has been blinking a lot.
Yeah, so Brandon Thornhill involved, as well as Mikhail Turkin, but William Bowman and Kevin Boley both involved. It's really 2 for 2 there. You see the heavy damage to the 2 truck. William Bowman with that left front pulled in. Brandon Thornhill with some damage, and Mikhail Turkin pretty... banged up front end there to the 35 Toyota Tundra machine, and everyone's going down for fuel and tires. Maybe not, though. No,
It's
still
gonna be
fuel
split.
only.
It's gonna be split. We're
To
like
be-
right on the edge.
To be fair, both these leagues run their races with 0 fast repairs. So I think that's the idea of not giving anyone a fast repair.
Yeah, both leagues, no fast repairs. LSRL averages something like 1.4 cautions a race or something in the most recent season that they did. So they definitely can race pretty clean.
Yeah, the runs are like 20 laps per tire set, but we're only getting like 16, 17 laps of fuel.
Yeah.
So it really makes you think. That's gonna be the outlier tonight.
Let's go talk to the CMS boys and the ARS guys and see what they're up to here. Here with the CMS.
He's in there bitching about his internet.
Hello, Zach.
They're interviewing
Scare.
me.
Hello. I'm actually interviewing your teammates, but we'll get to you. So obviously Kevin Boley and William Bowman trying to work together as not only league mates but teammates, and it just looks like it didn't sync up quite well down the back straightaway there.
No. Maybe a little too hard of a bump.
No. Obviously the last thing you want to do is teammates, but again, not intentional whatsoever. Trying to.
No, definitely wasn't intentional. Just trying to keep us rolling, but just didn't work out. Unfortunately.
Still a long way to go though. So
Yes, sir.
I know some LSRL guys got caught up in that, so I'm sure we'll be racing around each other still, trying to put on for the league. And then Chris Pinder
Yes,
doing
sir.
a great job. Qualified 5th, sits 4th. We're challenging for the lead at one point. Looking very quick here tonight.
Yeah, no, the car it just feels real good, like it's on rails.
I'm glad to hear it. Hope keep it up. But you look very good on these short runs, which we've had a couple. So we'll see what happens as we get further and further into the evening. But looking really good so far.
You know what, Max? You keep it up. Great work tonight, buddy.
Thank you. I will
No
do
one
my-
ever tells Max that.
Especially not Erd. I will do my very best. Good luck the rest of the way, fellas.
Yeah, man.
We get ready to go back to green flag racing here. And lap 17. Pace car makes that hard left-hand turn down pit road. Jonathan Schwartz, Michael Eckhart lead us back. We are underway. The 25 did not get going, and that's going to be a checkup in front of the field. Guy's trying to swerve everywhere, and that looks like the 25 might have missed a shift there, as he is completely
so
under
far everyone's able to
siege.
get around him pretty cleanly. This is gonna open up for those 3 LSRL boys, though.
I think McQuiggan might have got a piece there. Comes out unscathed, but it was pretty hairy there for a moment. But yeah, look at this top 3, 2/10 separating them. Jonathan Schwartz, Glenn Murphy Jr., and Randy Arms, coincidentally 3 of the 4 championship finalists in LSRL. So ARS got punched in the mouth, and Joshua McQuiggan trying to fight back if his internet will allow him to do so. Only one ARS member in the top 5. That is McQuiggan. Andrew Tennell trying to get up there, though. It's actually Chris Pinder that got held up on the restart. And you can definitely see the damage there. So the ultimate commentator's curse, and he'll be dropping back. He'll need a caution.
He was having such a good race, too.
That was due to the checkup on the restart by the 26, Michael Eckhart. Not intentional. Looks like Magnus Anderson's got some damage on that right front as well. So a couple of the heavy hitters for ARS having some issues here early in the race, coming to lap number 19. Seems under threat from Nathaniel Landwehr.
Casey Brown looking to take, spots away from McQuiggan, make it an LSRL top 4.
Here comes Andrew Tennell, though. We know he's always up for a fight, making it 3 wide down the back straightaway. McQuiggan inside of Randy Arms. Inside of Glenn Murphy Jr. Getting a little tight through 4, but he's going to make it work for now. Got no drafting help, though. LSRL boys going to work together on the top side of the racetrack.
Ooh, Eric Shields, I believe, tapped the wall. Going to slow up his progress.
You're still fighting back, though, with that damage. He's still holding on to 6th. Got Scared doing a nice job. He's up 8 spots. Dylan Failvich, he's up 11. Kyle Ritchie up 13. McQuiggan's going to have to be forced to drop to the back and due to his internet connection. So another one of the ARS members experiencing some technical difficulties here. Will still be allowed on track. We'll just have to go to the back and hopes that the issue rectifies itself. That gives LSRL 4 of the top 5. Eric Schill trying to make it 5 of the top 5. And he'll sail on by Pinder, perfectly working race truck.
Pinder working around the high side, not going to let him through easily. When it comes to being a drafting track, having damage on the front isn't that, bad. You're still able to get some good runs, maintain a good amount of speed. Randy Arms into the outside wall.
And that truck is destroyed. His night is done. Blown engine. What in the world happened to the 8 truck? It's a heavy hitter.
There was a checkup in the front 3.
And this was the top. Oh my goodness! This was a top 4 dominated by LSRL, and just
it looks like Glenn Murphy might have been pushing a little too hard on Schwartz.
It was the same thing with Kevin Boley and William Bowman. They were pushing down the back straightaway, and the truck didn't handle it.
Oh, we're about to have a massive one. They're all
going down the back straightaway. Multiple cars involved.
I made it.
Tiller makes it through. Devin Galvin hard against the outside wall. Brandon Thornhill. Michael Eckhart has to tow. And it's all gone haywire here on lap number 22.
Art, I want you to know, if you didn't say something, I probably would have been in it. I made it through because of it, I think.
Multiple cars in the wall. That's Devin Galvin, I think, where this kicks off at, next to...
They were 3 wide.
Oh, they were just going for it here. That's Pinder on the bottom side, trying to deal with the damaged truck. Andrew Tennell makes a move, and then behind that, Zach Scare on the bottom. So ARS trying to fight back here. I think maybe to Leon. I think that's a bit of netcode, unfortunately. Coming off of turn number 4. Tennell maybe... Oh, that's just a lot going on there. And that is netcode that ultimately kicks us off. Devin Galvin down into Zach Scared. DeLeon in the wall. And then Galvin back up. Kyle Ritchie in to Travis DeLeon. And behind that, everything else continues to kick off. And here is Alex Chira. Gets hit from the 59 of Tony Schiavo, puts him into the wall. Nowhere for the 26 of Michael Eckert to go, and Corbin Simmons barely makes it through.
It's a good cockpit deal.
Would you be shocked to know that less than a quarter way through this race, both picks to win are done? Oh, no, you picked McQuiggan. Never mind.
I picked Magnus.
Magnus. My bad.
But he's got
But
that right front damage, though, and I don't think they're going to hammer that out. So I think he's at a pretty disadvantageous. Well, I mean, they got most of it.
I think I was just thinking that because I would have picked Drew if I was picking for ARS. But
Whole lot of chaos here. Chris Pinder wins the race off of pit road. Fuel only again. We'll see how he gets going.
oh my.
That incident was called netcode, by the way.
I mean, it really was. It was a lot of netcode.
I'm just glad you said something, right? Because I would have been in that.
Here with the LSRL gang, how we doing, fellas?
Howdy ho.
We're hanging.
We're up and down
What's the sign?
until you ask.
Yeah.
I'm dropping the tailgate on the.
It's the right
on the
front
hauler.
damage.
No, I don't think I didn't. No, well, technically, this is Art's fault. He picked y'all as league, so you can blame Art. I have
Oh, jeez.
no responsibility.
There's why.
No responsibility in this whatsoever. But yeah, you kind of had a similar incident to what happened to Kevin Boley and William Bowman, just kind of pushing down the back straightaway. Truck just kind of got completely turned around sideways, and Randy was the meat in the sandwich there, and ends up in the outside wall with a blown engine.
Yeah.
I like the fact that not only did I pick LSRL to win, I specifically picked Randy Arms.
Oh, so
Yeah,
he did the double. Okay. I forgot.
Yes.
Yeah, he did the. Yeah, you were doomed.
Yeah, how's that working out for you?
Yeah.
I'm going. From now on, anybody that picks me to win will be fined.
Art can't afford to pay that fine, but. Yeah. But right now it's kind of back and forth. Couple ARS guys having some issues, some netcode stuff, and then looks like a couple laps later you guys decided to take inspiration from that. But it's back and forth right now. Definitely a lot of good stuff going on track. I know that last track was netcode, but long way to go, and it's y'all putting on a good show.
Appreciate it, man.
I got a Venmo Randy $15 now.
You could give it to me if you'd like.
I can't see nothing.
I gotta
Alright,
pay for
fellas.
his damages.
Good luck, fellas, the rest of the way.
Thank you. Yep.
Yeah, they are all just having one big party in there, so ARS splits it off in their own little group chats. Which they're allowed to do. Corbin Simmons top 20 question mark?
That's
Somebody
spooky.
hit the cone and I missed the pit exit properly, so I have to actually go to the end.
Oh my goodness. But pace car off turn before makes that hard left-hand turn. It's now ARS top 4. Eric Shields and Casey Brown going to try and flip the script on him. Pinder, I imagine, will go early with that damage and try and get out to a lead. But if I'm first, I don't want anyone pushing me. We've seen how loosey-goosey these trucks can get. Just even in a completely straight line, and they seem to go around pretty easy. Jonathan Dolly putting his teammate under a lot of pressure. Almost got into that left rear.
Turned him! Oh my god!
Here's Andrew Tendall, teammate side by side, and Devin Galvo, huge wreck in the back, and Devin Galvin's night is done. Kevin Boley involved, Kyle Ritchie again, Anthony Giuliano as well. Yellow flag out immediately. Heard Corbin was like a shriek of some sort.
I was slightly involved, I'll be honest. I didn't start it though.
Oh, wait a minute. What in the world? Let's see here. Oh, no. Oh, boy. So Anthony Giuliano, I believe, has money shifted on us here.
I don't feel it.
He 100% did. So that's his night done. I don't know if this causes the wreck. What in the world? There goes.
It does not cause the wreck. The wreck
No, it
goes
does
off.
not. Oh my goodness. Anthony Giuliano was already
Yeah, I
wrecked.
get turned in. I think I either turn myself or get turned into him. You'll have to watch it from my phone because I have
The
no idea.
98. Let's take a look here. Wrong direction. That is Kevin Boley. And he's making a run around the outside, and that is more horrendous netcode from Brandon Thornhill. Nothing anyone could have done there. He left him plenty of enough room, and he had the momentum to make that pass. Around the outside, he's just going to get turned. And then back up the racetrack, right into Devin Galvin, and nowhere for the 95 to go. His night is done, and Kevin Boley with significant damage. That was Michael David that barely escaped it there. And then there is Alex Chira getting a piece, and Corbin Simmons as well. Corbin just had to wreck the truck already killed. Yeah, you hit a truck and it didn't do anything.
Did I turn myself or did he turn me?
Oh wait, I kind of go back and look at here. Let's see here. I think Kyle Ritchie maybe comes up and gets you. Yeah, you're pretty stable in that line right there.
Like, that's what I thought.
I mean, you should be fine long term. I think.
I should be. Yeah. I didn't.
So yeah, I
I
think.
like 30 seconds.
Yeah, there's something fishy going on here tonight. We've seen some horrendous netcode. Drew Jawad completely had to drop. McQuiggan was dealing with some rough issues, and then 2 of our 4 cautions have been completely netcode related. No contact was even made on either of them.
I just want to give a shout out to Anthony for preventing me from spinning all the way around so my tires aren't as killed. So, thank you.
Yeah, this is some tomfoolery with the connections here this evening. Yeah, not a lot of these. I mean, it's affecting everyone equally, but yeah, Anthony Giuliano blows a motor. Devin Galvin blows a motor. Randy Arms, heavy hitter out. Drew Jawad. I mean, it's just back and forth.
Like, there's a good amount of bad internet going on, but the trucks are also some of the worst when it comes to netcode.
It is made for a perfect storm. As out of the race, Anthony Giuliano, Devin Galvin, Tony Scarbo, Randy Arms, Michael Eckhart. I'll tell you what, though. Mikhail Turkin, just by continuing out on track, he'll pick up a spot on that 26. Every point gonna matter. League bragging rights, and you see Casey Brown making an exit from the pits.
Wait, there's a point system for this race?
I mean, I'm imagining they're gonna call a winner somehow, right?
I figured that whoever will cross the line first would be the winner.
I don't know. I just know the winner gets $100.
So that's all I'm here for.
Well, you're not getting $100. Calm down.
I was gonna give it to you, Max. You know, fine. I'll keep it if I win. How about that?
You're not.
Where are
winning
you
the
at
race.
right now? 19th?
So
not even caught up?
You are 21st out of 22 cars currently on track. Yeah.
I am waiting. Okay.
Man's biding his time for everyone else to wreck out.
You're damn right.
Magnus Anderson, he's back up. My pick to win, still doing okay for now. Art's pick to win is not with us at the moment. We got to crank it up. Pace car is off. Got to crank it up right as the caution came out. So here we go. Back to green flag action here on lap number 30. Looks like they made it through that crank it up phase perfectly fine as Eric Shields to the race lead now.
Yeah, there was some aggressive side drafting from Eric Shields through 1 and 2, and it might pay off with him challenging and possibly having the
Oh, that's
lead
going to be
this time,
contact.
but
Jonathan Dolly and Jonathan Schwartz. Excuse me. That was Nathaniel Landwehr. And what a save from both of those drivers to not completely end up in the outside fence. Dolly going to lose a ton of positions as he heads off into turn number 1. Now 3 wide with his league mates, Dylan Failvich to his outside and Magnus Anderson to his inside. He's still stuck 3 wide. Oh, and he's going to get contact again with Failvich.
Put Failvich up into the wall.
Here comes Ryan Tiller trying to get back into the top 10, and he'll do so. How about Ben Thomas up 18 spots, and there goes Chris Pinder with a dive to the inside. Ben Thomas said, I'm not getting involved quite yet. But it is
and
a
these league mates
LSRL.
running.
Top 3. Look at this. Short's going top to bottom, trying to give draft to both of his league mates, and
I feel like he's just looking for a way on by.
here comes Casey Brown back into the mix, and Nathaniel Landwehr. Andrew Tennell needs some support.
And he's not going to get it right now.
3 wide. Look at that. The Landwehr to the inside of his teammate Casey Brown down the back straightaway. 3 wide for 4th. And we're not quite clear of Casey Brown, so he'll have to be pinched on the bottom. Tennell might have the run off the top side here. Look at the league mates working together. That they all come down to pick up Landwehr. Andrew Tennell cannot compete with that at the moment. He'll have to fall back in line to 6th.
So right now, LSRL top 5.
Magnus Anderson inside of Andrew Tennell. Tennell's going to try and fight back on the high side. Kyle Ritchie is in for a pit stop. Got some pretty heavy damage to the front at 76. But we've seen even out front, though, the reason why Randy Armed is not up front battling for a race win, he was getting pushed by his teammates and turned him into the outside retaining wall. We'll see how aggressive the pushes get.
Yeah, from racing a lot of like super speedways, like it's easy to find out that these trucks are very unstable when pushing. So aero pushing is the thing you want to do. So if you don't do a lot of super speedway racing, you're not going to know that. So hopefully the drivers have learned by now, you don't want to be pushing. Like, it is not necessary. Just get close behind them and be like tucked up under them.
My experience, I have not learned.
William Bowman and getting around Brandon Thornhill. That could be an important point. 68 trying to fight back, though. These guys both with damage, but they're still battling it out. Every possible position. Dylan Failvich, Zach Scare, and Ben Thomas going at it just outside the top 10. And look at this hornet's nest here from first back to 10th is just over a second.
Tennell and Landwehr going back and forth, swapping spots.
Trying to fight back. He's going to the outside, but these top 5 have the benefit. They can come off turn number 4 and turn number 2, and they can move down to pick up draft, and they can pull that 99 along, and Andrew Tennell's going to have to try and throw a block. He wants to pick up the draft and get ahead of Casey Brown, but then they move back up to the high side to pick him up. So the ultimate team game being played right now. Chris Pinder, he's on lap 27. He might have a couple laps fresher tires. If there's any small mistake, it could be fatal for a lot of these guys. Got to put the best foot forward here as we are 37 laps into tonight's event. See, look, when Tennell's that lead car on the inside, those top 3 do not come and pull down. And look at this, Landwehr 3 wide again. Casey Brown on the top side. Tennell backs out of it. Let Magnus Anderson and Chris Pinder try and go by and have a fight back at him.
Gonna have to get in line and work with these league mates here. See if you can potentially get, you know, that aero draft going.
Still over half the race to go. Kevin Boley on pit road for a lengthy period of time, as is Kyle Ritchie. But right now, it's the Glenn Murphy show. Jonathan Schwartz up 7 spots to 2nd. Eric Shields started 3rd, and that's where he runs. Magnus Anderson got around Nathaniel Landwehr. Now he sets his sights after Casey Brown. But look at this, all single file down the front stretch. William Bowman not able to pull away from Brandon Thornhill. These guys still 2/10 separating each other, going hard at it for 16th. It is really a 13-car pack. McQuiggan trying to catch up. 1.7 seconds separating first to 13th. Magnus through to fourth, trying to bring Chris Pinder with him. As the top four now look to break away.
Although he's not really moving down or give the draft to Pinder. Trying to stay on the high side, trying to have the draft for himself to keep up with these top three.
He needs to do everything he can because he's got that slight right front damage.
Although he's looking to make a move on Eric Shields right now. Schwartz is
for third
kind
here.
of giving him a little bit of draft.
Magnus was so quick early on and then caught up in our first wreck of the night. Had him that right front crinkle that doesn't seem to be affecting the driver of the 7 machine too bad. No drafting help for Pinder. He's going to be passed by a couple of cars as they're snaking their way like it's the Indy 500. Down the front stretch. McQuiggan is on the back of this pack, 2.5 seconds back, so really you could say 14. William Bowman is spinning through the inside. Can he get the car stopped before he hits the pit road? And what happened? He was battling away with Thornhill, and he just comes down and turns himself.
I mean, they kind of meet, but it's really awkward to kind of go turn yourself. He's still slowly coming up on track. Our leaders are going to be coming on through.
And this could get a little sketchy here. They should be up to somewhat relative speed as they enter turn number 2.
He's 40 miles an hour slower than them right now. 30.
Got some dirty tires as well. He's got to try and clean off. He'll be the first car 1 lap down. That was hard battling for 17th position. Jonathan Dawley has huge right front damage. Did he get a shot at the wall there? He did. Got really tight behind the dirty air and up into the wall he goes. Yeah, William Bowman back underway now, heading in the right direction. Jonathan Dawley, he's going to look this time to come down and pit, as is Alex Chira, both with damage, so they're trying to put a little bit of strategy here. Michael David doing the same thing.
It's time for green flag stops.
First one of the night, so this definitely is going to shake some stuff up here, especially look at these guys going at it here. Almost 3 wide for fourth.
Expect a lot of people to come next time by.
See what our leaders would like to do, especially as they are catching the lap traffic of William Bowman. Any takers this time by, and it looks like
later.
A lot of people are going to come in. Magnus Anderson, look at the ARS guys. They're going to stay out on the racetrack. But that looks like a perfect pit stop there from the LSRL guys.
All the way back to Ben Thomas. That was clean.
Top 5 now. ARS guys, and they're probably going to pit this time by. Although Pinder, Zach Scare, and Corbin can go a little bit longer. They pitted on lap 27 and 28. But we should see Magnus and Andrew Tendleton this time by. They'll have a lap fresher tires once they come out. Just got to be careful getting on and off the pit road as teammates, and that did not work. And Chris Pinder hard into the outside wall.
And Failovich just ran over, I believe that's Tenold?
And that was not. Chris Pinder was trying to get some track position there and just mistimed it.
And Alex Chira has a blown engine from that.
And that was not how to enter pit road cleanly. Zach Scared, the leader of the race now. And I'd say at the halfway point, LSRL is looking pretty good. Scare coming in this time by Chris Pinder and Corbin Simmons. Corbin Simmons going to lead a race on our channel, and looks like Pinder missed pit road. And Corbin does lead a lap for the first time on our own broadcast. Well done, sir.
Thank you. Gotta hope I make it back around.
Jonathan Schwartz and Glenn Murphy Jr. will be your net leaders once Corbin comes into pit. Alex Shira, that blown motor.
That is not how I expected green flag pit stops to go.
LSRL does it pretty much perfect, and ARS trips over themselves and knocks one of their guys out of the race. And then a caution to get caught back up here, that is for sure. Corbin looks like he's going to get in just fine. Chris Pender gets in just fine. The third time of asking, and here comes 58 and 25. Hauling down the back straightaway. Good for McQuiggan, though. He's still blinking, but there's no one around him. And he is slowly making his way up through the field. That's what ARS needs, is guys like him and Magnus to get back into the mix. Right now, it is a LSRL top 4. McQuiggan trying to fight back and get around Eric Shields and Nathaniel Landwehr, but they are drafting quite nicely. Handling down the back straightaway. McQuiggan 2.2 seconds back. Looks like Corbin will settle into 12th here, so he's going to have a net gain here, I believe, due to some guys taking each other out of contention. He'll have some fresher tires to chase after Casey Brown as well. Same thing with Zach Scare. He's got fresher tires to chase after Ben Thomas. So we'll see how this all shakes out. But the top currently being dominated by LSRL. Taylor spends a lengthy amount of time on pit road. Brandon Thornhill, I believe, has called it quits. So we're only, I believe, 18 cars out on track right now, and MVP of this race might end up being Mikhail Turkin, who's just kind of putting around at 150 miles an hour. He's passed Travis DeLeon, Kevin Boley, and Kyle Ritchie, all while they're on pit road, so he's picking up spots for his league one at a time. Next up would be Alex Shira in about 8 laps time. McQuiggan continues to close up to the back bumper of Eric Shields. He is quite clearly in the draft now. Corbin Simmons gets around Casey Brown with those fresh tires into turn number 1, and he is clear. Chase after Zach Scare, and Zach Scare doing the same thing with those fresh tires, chasing after Ben Thomas.
Thanks for the spotting.
Take Corbin actually making moves on track.
And Corbin, you got 8.5 seconds to Ben Thomas. Go get yourself a top 10.
I'm gonna need a caution. I'm gonna need a caution or somebody to mess up the next green flag stop. So both highly possible.
If LSRL can just keep their calm, cool, and composure, we should walk out of here with the bragging rights right now. Top 4.
Somebody's got to walk out with the money though, so I don't think it's gonna happen.
$100 on the line. The winner, 60 goes to second, and 40 goes to third.
I'd throw away bragging rights for $100. I'll be honest.
We know you would.
Art would too. You can't argue that.
No, you cannot.
I'm poor. That's all that needs to be said. Hey, if like there's not a donation thing set up for us, but if you would like to, do give me money.
Plug the merch. All over the back bumper.
Just link my PayPal. Don't plug the merch.
Nathaniel Landwehr has kind of left Eric Shields, so Eric gonna have to fend for himself here. It would be nice if Alex Shira has the blown motor. He's gonna finish 1 lap behind Brandon Thornhill. We need some ARS guys to try and get back out on track if possible. Kind of pick up some spots at the lower end of the standings. Andrew Tennell chasing after Casey Brown. He came in a lap after, and he's got some good speed down the front straightaway into turn number 1 on the low side of the racetrack. Tennell picks up a spot.
I'm not seeing anything in the rules about it being team-based points for LSRL versus ARS. I think they're just like bringing them together and having them race.
A winner wins, baby.
Fair enough.
I mean, either way, right now it's looking real good for LSRL.
I mean, ARS driver is gonna wreck doing something dumb. Gonna give me the win, easy.
All right, so you're gonna do move Corbin into the race control booth. Corbin, go ask if there are some sort of points to bragging.
Or I could go do that.
Yeah,
Art, as well.
just have Art go do that since I'm driving a race car.
You are literally in the middle of nowhere. Don't act like you couldn't.
Hey, I'll hit a wall. I will hit a wall right now.
Okay.
Well, I'm getting close. What?
Yeah, it's
It's what?
What'd you say?
winner take all.
Oh wow.
Well, not winner take all, but like top 3 take all.
Hey,
What?
so top 3 are payouts,
Right.
and then the racing positions get assigned points.
Oh,
Why am I
points.
always right?
then why did McQuiggan say?
Oh,
the other
Eric
thing?
Shields trouble. Blown motor down to the inside. Turn number 2, I believe. And
Why
this
are you
could
listening to McQuiggan?
McQuiggan
He's
was
an
the one
admin.
trying to. Oh, and more netcode. And Eric Shields' night is done.
Hey, top 10, let's go!
Oh, and it just continues to hurt. And here comes Shields in, and McQuiggan gets to 4th, but probably not in the way he would have hoped to do so. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, no, man, I agree. It's like the netcode is bad tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like we were saying, it's so everybody's gonna get assigned points based on the finishing position, and then the league with the most points.
Very nice.
What if I win? Does YJ Media win at all?
No.
No.
I'm gonna say that. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna tweet about it when I win. So.
You're not
Yeah.
winning, so.
When Max when Josh answered you quickly, Art, he thought you were talking about the
money.
like, is that a winner takes all, like the money,
Nah.
which wasn't the case either. It's top 3 take it.
Well, yeah, I know it's the top 3, but I was talking about that. So he's just goofy.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, I'm jumping back down the race control. See you guys.
Later.
riddance.
That man chased me now. Like, hey,
Hey.
Like you're walking through his lawn. He just pressed the manager.
So,
Hey, get out of my lawn!
the top 10 right now is made up of 5 ARS drivers and 5 LSRL drivers. Problem for ARS is
What about the YJ Media driver?
no one cares. I don't even care about my own
Top 10,
driver.
baby.
Either way, the top 3 though are LSRL, so I'm gonna need to break that group up, and they are ironclad right now in the top 3. Wiggin is right now the only hope. He's a second back. He's trying to close in on the draft. Magnus Anderson, he is 3.5 seconds back. He is making a late charge. He did not have the best pit sequence. Lost a lot of time. But he is one of the quicker cars on track. That's encouraging to see.
we could always have an incident where, you know, teammates get a little too pushy.
At the end of the race, yeah, coming down for $100. What do you do for it? But
Wrecking my teammate.
Corbin, you're 10th. You're not winning money tonight, bud.
I'm telling you right now, I'm wrecking people. White flag. I'm either getting $100 or I'm getting disqualified.
I will have you banned right now.
That's rude. At least let me have a chance.
So the quickest car on track right now is actually Zach Scare. He is roughly 7 seconds off the race leader, so maybe 6.1. Magnus Anderson's last lap, 40.9, and he's in the wall, and he's spinning down the back straightaway, and I imagine that is probably contact with Dylan Failvich.
He gets it gathered back up, and they're going forward.
And that's just... that's probably not what you want to see out of your league mates That's going to be heavy right front damage. Magnus was actually one of the quicker cars on track, and he was tracking towards the lead. Now they're going to try and hold the position away from Ryan Tiller. Just when ARS starts to have some light at the end of the tunnel, they go further back. Casey Brown in. He'll start off the second round of green flag pit stops here tonight. Zach Scare, he is 5.8, so he is closing. McQuiggan has entered the draft of our top 3, so he's going to have to find a way to break them up. Corbin Simmons also trying to make a move here on Ben Thomas. So he caught up really quick, about 4 seconds last time I looked. We're already on the back bumper of the 2 truck here.
There might be some fuel strategy games going on.
Yeah, looks like he's going to come down and pit, maybe not. And he should get in his draft and fly past him. Magnus is in. What do you mean fuel strategy?
I might be able to make it on a couple less pit stop, or like one less pit stop.
I think if you can do that and get around Ben Thomas, you should do so, though. He's below the apron. Yeah, go away.
Yeah. Tiller's close enough now.
Look at McQuiggan. He's going hard on the entrance. He's going to be right there with your top 4, though. Zach Scare going to stay out on the racetrack. As long as McQuiggan didn't speed, he's going to be right in the mix here. Second round of green flag pit stops underway. Magnus is on pit road for a length of time he might have required. Ilan Failvich, the one that got into his league mate there. That's not good to see Magnus there. He's one of the quicker guys on track. Hope he can get back out on the racetrack. He hasn't left his box.
Ooh, McQuiggan's spinning his tires like crazy trying to get out.
And
He's going to get out ahead of Glenn
jump
Murphy
ahead
Jr.
and Nathaniel Lander. Let's take another look here. Great sequence there for the 29. And he was going for it. He'll come out 1.9 seconds behind Schwartz. Half a second ahead of Glenn Murphy Jr. Zach Scares in, and Corbin Simmons, our fearless leader among men, leading this race for the second time this evening. But Magnus still not coming out of the pits. That's more spots lost, unfortunately. Nathaniel Landwehr comes out the big loser there. He is 3 seconds behind his teammates. 4.5 behind Schwartz. So Corbin going to extend his stint here. He's going to have Tennant on his outside. I'll give you a live spot. You're 3 wide, bud. Keep it now. You're 2 wide. Clear Logan all the way to the bottom. Let Tennant go wide with fresh tires. You're all clear. You'll be clear for the pit stop. Yeah, right now, McQuiggan needs to get away from Glenn Murphy Jr. if possible. You don't want Glenn calling him out for blinking and having him go back in the pack again. But right now, it's just 2 cars. Here goes Jonathan Dolly and Casey Brown battling away for 11th. Ben Thomas has 2 lap faster tires than them, and he's driving away. McQuiggan under pressure from Glenn. If anything, if I'm McQuiggan, I might let him go. I don't want him pushing me down the back straightaway and turning me into the outside wall. But right now, Glenn is pushing McQuiggan up to his teammate. 1.4 seconds here. This will be the battle for the lead.
Another problem with that is, like, with how his internet's acting, if Glenn gets a little too close, McQuiggan blinks out and just all of a sudden they're connected.
Got to crank it up, Redemption, but they are literally all over the racetrack. So we'll try and find out where some people are. Come out way ahead of Ben Thomas on the fresher tires as well. He'll cycle through to 9th. Well done, sir.
Thank you.
They're kind of hard to crank it up. Here, let's take a look at your...
crank it up with me. I am the crank it up.
Nope.
Please?
Right now, the closest battle on track is for the 2nd position. Glenn Murphy Jr. was able to get around McQuiggan, and I imagine that's kind of just McQuiggan saying, hey, I don't want to get turned or anything netcode related, so I'll just follow in his footsteps and try and draft up to the race leader. Plus, he's got 2.5 seconds behind, so his blinking might not cost him as dearly. We are officially 2/3 of the way through this race, and Dolly is loose there through 1 and 2. My goodness. Still fighting that truck up the hill. Ooh. Right in front of your race leader, Jonathan Schwartz. That could have got a little interesting. I need Tenold to go run down Ryan Tiller and Corbin to go run him down as well. Corbin has made 10 pit stops, the most of any driver here tonight.
I am shocked.
Gotta double up on that fuel, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. If the race goes green, that's gonna be the difference. I'm telling you right now.
There's a good chance that it will. Honestly, I'm not saying that to Dolly. I mean, he might be the
I'm trying to count my
cause.
chickens before they hatch, but I got a good shot at this.
Let's see. But here's Jonathan Dolly. Let's ride on board with him. Not a whole lot of on-track battles right now, but this is a unstable truck right now. We'll see if he can hang on to this thing.
It does not help with how much just aero damage he has.
He is literally fighting this thing in a straight line. His last lap was a 43.6. That is 3 seconds a lap slower than what the leaders are doing. He's just every corner fighting this truck. He's going to put it in the wall here again. There's Tony Scarbo coming out on track. He's going to pick up some positions here, so he's helping out his league in a big way as well. He spent 36 minutes in the pits. And he'll pick up spots here on Devin Galvin, and looks like Kyle Ritchie, Kevin Boley, Alex Chira maybe. It'd be big if any of these guys can get back off of pit road, but still a long way to go in terms of repairs. And there goes Scarbo by Devin Galvin for 25th, picking up a point for his lead. The top 3 separated by just half of a second.
And they've caught up to Schwartz. Gotta wonder, is Murphy gonna make a move on his league mate here?
Corbin, what happened?
Strategy.
Alright. Got passed by 2 people. Let's see.
I
All
need the draft.
Okay.
I'll be honest.
All right. Corbin has a target date in his head. We won't let him give it away, so let's see here. And Mikhail Turkin going to end up with the top 15 for his efforts, and he's just been running that low line for half the race. He is, I believe, 16 or 17 laps down? 15 laps down. And he is getting a bunch of positions. Here's a battle. Ryan Tiller gets around Dylan Failvich, so no point in favor of LSRL. Jonathan Schwartz coming into pit. A little earlier than we would have thought. Only 10 laps into the run, unless he's just trying to split up the last one into 2 stops. Or he's trying to split this into 1 stop here. Go. What is it? What's the fuel run here, Corbin? What are we seeing?
It's 18 laps.
18 laps. So he's definitely just trying to split this in half.
I would say it's actually 17, 18.
17, 18. So he's going to try and split this in half with 1 more stop. And out he goes. That was just a fuel-only stop for Schwartz, so he's playing the strategy game. See how that works out for him. He's going to be back in this Hornet's nest, potentially. Ben Thomas, Andrew Tenold, Casey Brown, Corbin Simmons, so...
Corbin Simmons. Don't want to be stuck near him.
But he'll come out just ahead, which is exactly what he would have wanted to do.
I think what's really important here is he's not going to get put a lap down. Going to have a little bit of distance between him and Glenn Murphy Jr.
Absolutely. Schwartz will actually pull Ben Thomas off of this pack. Casey Brown, Corbin Simmons, and Andrew Tennell the third pack. And we have a battle for the lead brewing here. It's Glenn Murphy Jr. and Joshua McQuiggan again going at it. 2 tenths separating them. Back here. If a caution's going to happen, Corbin, it's probably going to be with you.
It'll probably be him.
That's like the one thing I'm worried about right now.
Dylan Failwich keeping tabs on Ryan Till. Let's see if there's any fuel saving going on here.
I mean, I know there's fuel saving going on with Corbin Simmons.
Because I guess, it's just different. It's more on the left front there. Tiller has it right in the middle, so not Dylan will be able to track him back down, but both have some decent amount of aero damage there. $25 laps to go when they come and take the stripe. Last pitted on lap 61 here. Let's take a look at your fuel strategy. Lap 62 for Zach Scare. The rest of the top 8 minus Schwartz, who came in on lap 71, all lap 61 entries. So they should be able to get these to a one stop, I believe. Maybe?
That's the question.
They put it on lap 61. If they can go another... Actually, they might not be able to.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, Ryan Tiller is in. He's not going to make it to the end from here. Casey Brown's not going to make it to the end from here. Corbin pitted on lap 64. You just sit in that draft on Ben Thomas and just hope no caution comes out. I wonder if Failvich is trying the same thing. I wonder if he realizes. We expect to see the rest of our front runners coming here at any time. Casey Brown is on pit road for an extended period of time. He came in pretty hot. I don't know if that was speeding, but he's getting some damage fixed. But he's now leaving after 25 seconds in the box, so just trying to get a little bit of damage fixed. Ryan Tiller did a splash and go there on his last stop. He just might be trying to do 4 or 5 laps coming in and just finish the pit sequence. With the dolly on, he's not going to be able to make it to the end. Go on board here with your racer to see if he's got any ideas. He's not lifting. Michael David in as well. 79. Looks like his is sputtering as he enters the box. Don't miss it. Here comes Glenn Murphy Jr. and Nathaniel Landwehr. McQuiggan will lead for the first time tonight. And with 22 laps to go, it's going to be a tough ask. Even, I think, Corbin, it might be a tough ask. I'd back it up as much as you can, honestly. At this point.
I'm pretty confident.
Pretty confident, he says.
Pretty confident.
Man, I'd be in the draft of Ben Thomas for as long as I could be.
He's going way too slow.
I think Dylan Failvich is going to try and stretch this. Let's go on board here. Ben Thomas comes in and McQuiggan comes in. Let's go off into turn number 1 here. It sounded like he was trying to clutch. And that's exactly what he's doing. So Failvich just needs a couple laps. His is going to be tougher. He pitted on lap 61 with the rest of our leaders. So he'll have a tough ask here, but 21 laps to go. Simmons still all on track. Jonathan Schwartz will have to pit one more time. Right now, though, we've just got to get worried here about the pit sequence. Guys coming on and off the pit road. They're mingling on different tire strategies, different fuel strategies. He's just hoping that everyone can get spread back out on and off the pit road, no issues. Zach Scare might try it. No, he's coming in. It'll be 20 laps to go when Jonathan Schwartz comes back around and takes the stripe. Top speed of these trucks here this evening was 204 miles an hour. Michael Eckhart.
That seems incredibly fast for a regular setup.
Unless that was like random netcode and it forced him to it, because let's see here.
I don't believe that.
Travis De Leon hit 196. Brandon Thornhill 194. Michael David 199.
Maybe.
Casey Brown 200. So I think he hit 204.
I'm just curious to see if Corbin's little strategy is actually going to work out in the long run.
I'm very curious as well.
20 laps to
he
go.
might
If
have
you
top
can
three.
if you can get 2 laps here, I feel like you're solid.
But does he win or does he get like top 3?
That's the question.
You're definitely going to pick up spots if you can make it work. If you got 2 more laps in you, you need to go all out if you have 2 laps in the bank. Because it's 14 to 18 estimated. I think it might be 17 though, so maybe don't. Maybe make sure you get to... I don't know. Because you're going to have to balance that final thing. It's like, alright, I'm good on fuel, but now the guys behind me are, you know...
Coming.
Yeah. Especially because I think Schwartz will end up doing fuel only on his last stop. So, same thing with Glenn Murphy. Put on 78, he's probably just going to come down for a splash and go now. That I think about it. So we will see. Corbin Simmons in.
Oh, he had a spicy entry.
18 laps to go. So he's right on that window. And what he hopes is his final pit stop of the night. Good entrance into the box. 4 tires in Sunoco Racing fuel, and he will be back out underway.
Is this where we manifest a caution?
I don't think
Please
we want
don't.
that. He is out. 11 pit stops he has made tonight. He's hoping this is the last one. He should cycle out ahead. Ben Thomas and Casey Brown again. Also on pit road is Tony Scarbo again. Maybe he won't cycle out in front of Ben Thomas. He will not cycle out ahead of Ben Thomas. I'm so sorry. You are a lap down, though. Do it the hard way, unlap yourself on the racetrack. Schwartz with a comfortable 2.7 second lead over Glenn Murphy Jr. He'll be your net leader when Schwartz elects to pull the trigger. You can just save for a lap or 2 and then go hammer down, Corbin. I think you at least come out of here with $60 or something.
I think he's got a good shot at it, to be honest.
I think I got a pretty good shot at it too.
I don't know, because I'm saying 48 seconds if Schwartz goes fuel only, then you won't make it that time. We'll see. Gotta make good on those fresh tires, but also save a lap of fuel or whatever it ends up being. And give away your whole strategy. But you're under pressure from Casey Brown, so gotta be worried about that. Tendall's on fresh tires around you, but gotta fingers crossed here. 16 laps to go. Right now it's Glenn. Oh, here's the final pit stop of the night. They're going to come in together. This is going to be very interesting.
Yeah, McQuiggan. It looked like Landwehr potentially trying to get in with him a little late on the call there.
Yeah, but like I said, I think they're just taking fuel only, and that's what's going to happen here.
Let's see. I don't see the right side's on for Schwartz.
Let's go.
Right side's on for Murphy.
And
McQuiggan fuel only.
Oh, he is gassing it. Oh, he about spun. So 4 tires in Sunoco Racing fuel. Here comes Corbin Simmons through turn number 3. McQuiggan with fuel only, going to try and hope and a prayer here. Jonathan Schwartz is
I
out.
think Corbin's looking at a top 4, top 5. Then again, he might get McQuiggan.
We can come out 5 seconds behind Glenn Murphy Jr. You've been quicker than Ben Thomas most of the night, so that's 6th. Landwehr yet to pit, though. You were closer to him than you were those other guys. So you should comfortably take that. You're looking at... And then Zach Scare hasn't pitted either. You're looking at maybe third? Looking at $40 potentially?
I don't think he is, because he still has to get up there to Murphy, Schwartz, and McQuiggan.
I think he catches McQuiggan though with the fresh tires, doesn't he? Maybe not.
I don't know.
I think you got fourth locked in here. Unlap himself the hard way on our race leader here in just a moment. Heck of a strategy call, though. It's just unfortunate. He was so slow in the first part of the race.
I think the problem is we got stuck behind lap traffic on the final restart we did.
Fair enough.
I think it's just you're slow.
No. If I could have kept up with the lead pack in that last restart, I'd be fine.
Corbin around Ben Thomas. That puts him into 6th, and now he's going to try to lap himself. The caution would really be interesting here.
Only right
now.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, and what was the point of that? But it is Chris Pinder, though, back out on the racetrack. He's trying to pick up a couple of spots.
Appreciate that.
Didn't even realize he was back out on track. But we're going to have to line up and pass again. Ben Thomas on pit road for the final time. A lot of these guys are going to have to come in and pit. They're just going to wait till the very end with a splash and go. Now Corbin has completed the pass. Maybe? Yes. Ooh. Maybe? Don't let him push you.
Or do. It'd be kind of funny.
But now that I think about it here, let's now focus on what is the race for the lead. Joshua McQuiggan, fuel only on his last stop. Gets around Zach Scare. He's got Nathaniel Landwehr ahead of him. He's got Jonathan Schwartz 3 seconds behind and closing with what will be 9 laps to go next time by. Last lap for McQuiggan, 40.5. Last lap for Jonathan Schwartz, a 40.3.
World where we have 6 cars on the lead lap.
They have gone green since lap 30-something, haven't they? It's been a minute.
I don't think this is how many drivers thought this night would go. I thought it would be a lot cleaner, a lot more cars still in contention. That's not always the case.
Magnus Anderson did make it back out on the racetrack, but not going to pick up any positions, but won't lose any more to the 35. I think that's what Chris Pinder was doing as well. But everybody from 20th on back is out of the race. So we've lost 9 drivers confirmed, and I believe Pinder is 10, Eric Shields is 11.
We have no idea if Landwehr can make it to the end. But he sure looks like he's trying, especially with him riding behind Corbin.
What lap did he last pit?
78. He should be able to make it.
I don't think he can stay 4 laps. That's ridiculous.
He might.
So here's the issue McQuiggan's about to run into, though. He's got Jonathan Schwartz and Glenn Murphy Jr. on fresh right side tires, and they are hooked up, drafting together. 2.2 seconds back with 7 laps to go.
There could be the ultimate team play in hand here. Crew Racing, ARS drivers, Zach Scare currently in between them. He's got
to try and hold him up as much as he possibly can.
And they're coming in like a rocket right now.
Yeah, this lap they gained so much. Zach Scare, nothing he can do. But that lap they gained over a second, almost. Last lap 40.8 for McQuiggan. 40.1 for Schwartz. So they got the draft hooked up, and now it's just kind of a matter of time, unfortunately. But McQuiggan did everything he could have. He didn't have the speed to beat him on 2 tires.
I think Corbin is dragging the leader around to save fuel. I think Landwehr might make it by literally just sitting behind Corbin.
If he does, that'd be hilarious. But I couldn't get behind him. He forced himself behind me, so I'm just sitting here.
He's hypermiling.
Oh yeah. Corbin, let him get in front of you. You're not going to lose a position. Don't let him save fuel.
Let him save fuel. Let him do this.
No, I'm trying to save fuel
This
myself.
is amazing.
Like, if he does it, good for him. But he's got to keep up now. Tough.
Yeah, McQuiggan is now been caught by Schwartz. They're in the drafting range, and they are going to suck up quickly the back bumper of the 29 Toyota Tundra.
I shouldn't have taken tires on the last stop.
I don't think that would have done anything.
It didn't matter.
It's 10 seconds. If I had 10 seconds earlier, I would have been caught up with him.
Look at McQuiggan trying to run away.
It's honestly hurting him, swerving back and forth. Does more work to his tires. Yeah, they're gonna pass you, bud. You're gonna come home 3rd or 4th here tonight, unfortunately. The Landwehr is in. Yeah, he's just gonna come in for a splash and go. Yeah, there was
McQuiggan's gonna have a little bit of draft here, but
2/10 of a second. He's done all he can. Landwehr is gonna play himself into this though. We're trying to focus on.
Here comes Schwartz around McQuiggan.
If I gave Landwehr the win, he'd better give me a shout out. That's all I'm saying.
McQuiggan gonna try and fight back. He's gonna squeeze his way in there. Saying I'm not done. Oh, he's gonna turn Schwartz into the outside wall.
Free spots?
Oh my goodness.
No caution?
No caution?
He tried to fit it into an absolutely closing space, and it closed up, and Jonathan Schwartz's night is done. Glenn Murphy Jr. has the win in hand. Oh my goodness.
We jumped up to 40 viewers at the right time, apparently.
Oh my goodness, Joshua McQuiggan trying to fight back, trying to fall in line, and he gets on the back bumper to Jonathan Schwartz, turns him into the outside fence, entering turn number 1.
So there's a bump right where he hit him. So McQuiggan says he hit the bump and then hit Schwartz. I don't know if that matters or not.
Let's take another look here. Cuts off Glenn Murphy Jr. And I mean, you can see him up over the bumps. And I think he gets, I mean, he does get he gets a push from Glenn Murphy Jr. into Schwartz. I mean, he doesn't hit him like unsquare. He didn't go down and hook him, but I mean, he definitely gets into him. And we've seen it a couple times tonight with teammates. It does not work. You cannot push. Schwartz is staying on the racetrack, though. He's not going to come in with his damage. He's just trying to get every single position that he can. He'll lose one to Dylan Failvich and Andrew Tenold. And maybe Jonathan Dolly.
Well, Glenn Murphy Jr. is coming around for the white flag.
After all of that, so maybe he won't lose those positions. Glenn Murphy Jr. clear by 5 seconds. White flag in the air. Was considered to be the championship favorite for LSRL in their season finale. Got off cycle with some tire strategy though, but has played it perfectly here tonight. Zach Scare tried to stretch it, comes in on the last lap, unable to do so. Schwartz is going to get passed on the last lap by Dylan Failvich and by Tenold, but it is Glenn Murphy Jr. Started 6th, is going to come home first here tonight to take the race win for LSRL. Well done race by the 25 machine. Joshua McQuiggan is going to finish 2nd in a controversial finish, and LSRL will take 2 out of the top 3, but then Corbin Simmons will take P4.
I'm sputtering now.
And Zach Scare should be P5.
The 3 out of the top 5 is ARS. We will wait for the official scoring and see who gets the bragging rights. Schwartz lost 2 spots there right at the death. but was able to keep that truck on the racetrack somehow.
I shouldn't have taken the tires. Should have just went fuel only. Save the set for caution.
I really don't think it would have mattered.
I don't think
10
it changes the
seconds
thing.
matters. If I get that 10 seconds, I'm in between McQuiggan and the other two.
Glenn Murphy Jr. takes home the $100 prize. McQuiggan, we'll see if he gets a post-race penalty, but tentatively he comes home with a $60 prize, and Nathaniel Landwehr comes home with a $40 prize.
Let me know when you want me to pull him in here.
Let's go ahead and get Glenn Murphy Jr. in here if we can. Here with your race winner, Glenn Murphy Jr. So dominant all season long in LSRL, and no surprise that he picks up another win here in the league showdown. Very, very good performance from you. You've been up front all night long and managed the tire and fuel strategy perfectly tonight, and you came away with a win there. But it did get hairy at the end with Schwartz and McQuiggan. What did you see out there?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, I want to go back and apologize for wrecking Randy. I just was trying to push Schwartz early in the race there, and I got into him, and I was trying to see what, just to kind of prepare for the race to see what would happen. I barely hit him, and it just turned him straight in the fence. I feel terrible. I ended Randy's night, but yeah, other than that, man, it just was, you just kind of had to manage the tires and the strategy. And then at the end, I mean, he threw a huge block on me. I didn't think he was clear, and I didn't lift, and I hit him square. So I was like, well, I guess he was clear. And then I didn't see what happened with him and John. I just know that from what it sounds like, he got into him a little bit too hard and turned him around, kind of ended the race for both of them. So pick up dub.
Really can't complain though. He come out $100 richer tonight after 100 laps, and not a bad night's work at the office. And looking quick as always.
Yeah, I had no idea that there was actually a cash prize for for racing tonight. So that's really good news. But yeah, no, I would have loved to have been able to run it out with John there. I just, it was gonna be tough to pass. I knew pretty much whoever he pitted early on that one, like I think the third to last thing there, and I knew it was gonna be tough. I was gonna try to set him up in 3 and 4 because I could have got a run anytime with the draft, but you get down to the corner underneath them, you just can't. You don't have the side, lateral grip that you need, and you're going to end up having to check up. Obviously, I'm not going to wreck him for the win. So I think he had it in the bag. It just wish we could have raced it out there.
Absolutely. Well, nevertheless, a great result. We'll wait for the official points. It was pretty back and forth all night throughout the field, LSRL and ARS. Obviously, LSRL gets the bragging rights for the win. We'll wait and see for the total points, but it was back and forth all night long. What you did to Randy there, a couple of ARS guys did it to each other, so it was very sensitive on those pushes tonight in the trucks for sure.
Yeah, no, I'm happy that I picked up the win, but it made me feel that much worse that I ended Randy's night. So I probably got to end up paying his entry fee at least to make up for that. Man, I love racing with Randy, and obviously that's the last thing I wanted to see happen. So yeah, no, I appreciate you guys putting this on, and it was a good, fun night.
Absolutely. Well, blame Mara. He picked Randy to win, so really it's his fault.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, but no, he's a force, man, and I don't know. He just one off. He asked me to race in this. I honestly don't even know what it was. All the stuff, but for whatever the charity was for, hopefully it was a good turnout for those guys, and yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think the charity was decent. I don't know what do you think, Max?
It's yeah, it's pretty good.
Max is the charity.
Yeah, I got a kid on the way in June, so Anthony and Michael McElroy are the ARS league winner, got together, and yeah.
So it was actually for you.
I didn't know it though. It was a surprise.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, no, I'm happy.
It told me
to hear that.
It told me 2 seconds before the race started. Here's $200. I was like, okay.
Yeah, no, that's really cool, man. I'm
awesome.
that's congratulations on that as well. So it's pretty neat. I'm probably hoping to be in the same boat here in the next couple months. So
awesome. And they'll be here in a month, so appropriately named, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, congratulations on the win here tonight. Great performance as always, and we'll let you get your shout-outs in.
All right, buddy. I appreciate it. Yeah, and I just give a shout-out to all you guys doing this stuff, and shout-out to the teammates, John, Randy, all the guys from the league there. And, yeah, hopefully we'll see you guys again soon. I don't know the next time I'll be back.
Absolutely. Well, always a pleasure. Look forward to seeing you back on track, hopefully sometime soon.
All right, buddy. I appreciate it. I'll see you soon.
Yep. Here with your second place finisher, Joshua McQuiggan in the 29 machine. Kind of started at the back and worked his way up through the front, avoided some of those early cautions, and then had to dropped to the back and due to just some internet issues, which we've seen a couple of guys struggle with tonight. And then it kind of leveled off in the second half of the race. He was working his way up. He was kind of in a battle alone, representing ARS for a while. And over the last couple sequence of pit stops, he was closing in on the race leaders and took no fuel on his final stop to try and do something different to Glenn Murphy Jr. and Jonathan Schwartz.
He did something different.
He was battling with over the course of the last 30 laps or so, and then they eventually caught you, ran you down. They were drafting really well together, working together, and they got a run on you down the front stretch, and he threw that block on Glenn, and then obviously what happened with Schwartz happened. What did you see out there tonight?
Yeah, there at the end, I knew I had to split them up, or it was just going to be done for me. I didn't mean to wreck Jonathan Schwartz. I'm so mad at myself for that. I hit him square. There must have been a bump down there or something. I'm not sure. I hit him pretty square. I haven't been pushing all night. Again, I had those internet connectivity issues, so I hung out at the back most of the night fixing that. When I decided it was go time, I made up a couple of positions on the late run. We pitted, took just fuel, got up there to 6th, and then we just ran with those guys, stayed on the same strategy. There at the end, I decided to make a different strategy call with just the fuel. I didn't think they were going to take tires, to be honest, but I kind of upset at myself for what happened between me and Schwartz. It was a good race overall, though.
Yeah, absolutely. LSRL is obviously going to get credit for the win here tonight, but you get semi-bragging rights. You can go back to your ARS team league mates and say, hey, I'm the quickest among us when we were trying to represent our brand. So you got that going for you. And, like you said, had to fight back through some adversity. And like we saw tonight, I know you weren't able to push tonight until the very end. It was pretty sensitive out there in those trucks. Did it feel like on edge all night, or how was the setup out there?
It was very stable, to be honest. Later in the run, if you drove right, the rear end would get a little bit yawed out if you got low enough. But besides that, that was pretty much it. It was rough getting off a pit road, and yeah, it was pretty good tonight. It felt good. I was comfortable in the truck, and I'm just glad I got to fight with those guys up front. I know that those LSR guys are very fast.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations on a well-earned result tonight, and we look forward to seeing you back next Monday night for Indy Road Course. We'll let you get your shout-outs in.
LAT Racing Oils, everybody at ARS, that whole admin team does a great thing there. Anthony and Michael for setting up this for you guys and all the drivers. It was a really great thing, and that's pretty much it.
Absolutely. Well, congrats again on the second place finish, and we'll see you this upcoming Monday at Indy Road Course.
Thank you.
And get Nathaniel Landwehr up here. Here with the third place finisher, Nathaniel Landwehr, picking up where he left off to end his season in the 99 truck instead of the 66 like we're used to seeing him. But another consistent result tonight. Stayed out of trouble, avoided the chaos, and had some good long run speed to recap a strong third place effort here tonight. Obviously picking up the podium position due to some issues there at the end with Schwartz, but you take him how you can get him. What did you see out there tonight?
It was a good run after we started going green. The yellows at the beginning, kind of unfortunate, had a lot of teammates in it. I just wish I had done better on pit road. That's my biggest regret there. I would have came out probably 8 seconds ahead of everyone else. Took 2 tires on a call because I noticed like truck was getting real tight, needed to loosen it up, and figured it'd save a lot of time on pit road, and it did. I just slid the box twice and kind of ruined it, but P3, strong finish. I'm pretty happy with how I did.
Absolutely. Another consistent result, well earned as well. And you bring home $40 for your efforts here this evening. So you got a little lunch money for the weekend, hopefully.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely, but we'll let you go ahead and get your shout-outs in here, as always.
I'd like to just shout out my family back home. Thank y'all for broadcasting, and thanks to everyone who put this all together. It's a good event.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again on a well-earned third-place finish.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, here in what is, I guess, the waiting room. Yeah, bring Art in here, and come on, there we go. Get in here. Michael McElroy, league owner of ARS. He's got the official results here tonight for the
What's
bragging
going
rights.
on?
Pretty good, pretty fun race. Some fuel strategy there at the end. Racing was good. It cleaned itself up. Only what would have been if not for the netcode and the you couldn't push whatsoever in these trucks. But you know,
Yeah, man. The netcode was terrible tonight. I don't know what's going on with the iRacing servers, but it was pretty bad. There was a few legitimate yellow flags,
of
but
course.
a bunch of them were, I would say, about half and half. Half were just plain netcode, which was unfortunate. But yeah, so I got Randy in here as well because Anthony's offline right now. So got Randy in here representing LSRL. We put everything into the Sim Racer Hub, and it's actually much closer than you think because if you look at the standings, it kind of goes back and forth a bunch with the results. But the final results came down to 375 on one side to 394 on the other side, with LSRL taking away the win.
Look at that. All right, you get bragging rights for that.
Yeah. So seriously, congrats to LSRL, man. Those guys, from early on, you could see they were working together. Glenn Murphy, Jonathan Swartz. There was a few other people up in that pack that I think, what was it, Eric Shields, I believe, was up there. Yeah, it was. You could see they were just working in a straight line. They had a strategy going. It was working out for them, and yeah, wound up paying off in the long run.
So I tell you what, though, further down the order, guys like Mikhail Turkin, Michael David, they didn't give up all night long. They had some pretty heavy damage, and they were working at it to pick up spots. And Tony Scarabo came out late as well, and they picked up spots right there at the end as well. So that easily could have made up that difference.
Yeah, all those points mattered. So it was pretty interesting. The people who stayed out on track definitely calculated up some points for their league. So that was pretty awesome to see.
Yeah, I love the perseverance. We see it a lot over there with the LSRL guys. I know a couple of guys would think Casey Brown was a good example. He wrecked lap 1 and just said, "I'm out here for fun" or something.
Yeah.
But
and that's really what it all comes down to. We were out here for fun. I know Anthony said let's set up something else later on. We could probably set up something more, like an actual league versus league. I know I was saying in the Discord, the ARS versus LSRL Discord, I was like, this one isn't really truly a league versus league. We're actually all here for the same reason which you found out in the pre-race brief. We're all here for Max tonight. But yeah, we would love to do like just a real gritty one of these in the future. So that'd be a lot of fun.
The most convenient cover story to hide your embarrassing L when I backed him publicly. Hate to see it. But no, I really appreciate it. Obviously, coming on board. LSRL last minute for their most recent season, and worked out, and they had some great stuff going on over there. And then obviously we have a existing relationship with the ARS guys, and we've been with them for a while. Both leagues got great stuff going on, and couldn't be happier to be y'all's broadcasters. Yeah,
man. Yeah, definitely. And congrats again to Glenn, Josh, and Nathaniel. And as well as you, Max, you guys are all walking away with some checks tonight. So
yeah, I know LSRL's doing their recruitment season as well. So go ahead and give the shout outs to them for their Xfinity season. So they got some good stuff going on as well. F1 leagues, GT3 leagues. They got a whole bunch of different stuff over in the mix there, LSRL, and then obviously ARS in the playoffs for our first season. So definitely everyone building together all at the same time. So it's awesome to see.
Yeah. And Randy, when are those recruitment sessions?
They are Tuesday. The room opens at 7:30 Eastern with an hour practice. Qualifying at 8:30. We got one this coming Tuesday. Be at Darlington, I believe, and then we got one more the week after at Charlotte. And then I think it's the week after that we start our first race of the season. So if anyone out there is interested,
definitely would definitely
6th,
recommend joining up. Even if Oval's not your thing, they definitely have a wide variety of racing that will definitely suit you. So check them out. I'll post the links on our Twitter and all that fun stuff. And definitely would love to have some of our viewers be a part of all the fun, so we get to call all the action. So looking forward to all that good stuff.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Really appreciate y'all broadcasting for us, and congrats again on the newly formed family there, Max.
Absolutely. I greatly appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're wishing you guys the best luck.
And next year, ARS is winning.
I mean,
Who invited Spencer in here?
I'm just
Hold
saying,
on.
when you let Corbin be your second best driver,
Yeah, like
you gotta
I'm
take
I'm a stat guy who can't even make stat.
Don't diss on Corbin now.
No,
Look,
I'm
Corbin
gonna,
got
no,
you.
I'm gonna
You my
diss on
dick.
Corbin. I'm gonna diss
I don't
on
want to hear
Corbin.
it from you.
He had no
we
actual
not live?
speed. No, we're live. This is live.
Oh,
Corbin had no
Okay.
actual speed. He backed his way into a Mickey Mouse fourth place due to fuel strategy. I mean,
Oh, I don't take
Good job,
tires.
Corbin.
I got a chance winning
Yeah,
that race.
well,
Shouldn't have taken tires last
next
stop.
league race will be at a road course. See what Corbin decides to do.
I got McQuiggan over here yelling at me for trying to back up Corbin. Like, why don't you just blink out the call? Like, you kept blinking out of the race, okay? Get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm about to get muted.
Mhm.
All right, boys. I'll see y'all later.
All right, later.
We'll see you, man.
All right, we gotta go talk to the rest of the boys that stuck around. So appreciate everything, guys. It was a great event, and hopefully get to do another one of these soon.
Yeah, man. We'll see you guys.
Congratulations, Max.
God bless.
Thank you. Here with a couple of the ARS guys that stuck around, CMS and then Zach Scare for ARS. How we doing, fellas?
Fantastic.
Zach, you just barely ran out of fuel there at the end, but you still came home with the top 5. He doesn't care. All right, well.
Oh, I didn't realize I was muted.
Never mind, he does care.
I'm over here having a conversation with myself. I didn't realize I was muted.
Fair enough. But yeah, you tried the fuel strategy, same one Corbin was on, and you came in, I think, 2 laps before him and just ran out on that last lap, but I don't think you actually ended up losing the position, though.
No, I lost a position to Corbin, but other than that, no.
In the overall league versus league, didn't lose anything, but lost bragging rights to Corbin, so unfortunate.
Yeah, we unfortunately needed a caution at the end.
Yeah, I think a lot of people did.
But it was fun.
Yeah, William Bowman up 11 spots.
Yeah, just because I stuck around.
Yeah.
Yeah, my little bump with Boley there pretty much took us both out of the race, and I think a couple others. So I feel pretty bad about that.
Yeah, those trucks were very sensitive.
Yeah,
you couldn't
even when you fixed them, they wouldn't keep up.
I know your bump was pretty square. I know McQuiggan had some contact with Jonathan Schwartz late. That looked to be pretty square.
Right.
And then Glenn Murphy Jr. got into Schwartz and turned him into the wall. Like it was
I even
you couldn't push
slowed
the
down a
trucks.
little bit
Yeah.
before I hit them, to make sure it wasn't too hard, and it's still just, that sucks. I hate to do that to some teammates, for sure.
Yeah, you same league as him and the same team. Like it was.
Yeah, all right. It's kind of a kick in the teeth.
Yeah. Completely jinxed Pinder, of course. I said he was doing so good, and then he wrecked immediately on the following caution. I apologize for that.
It didn't really affect, like, when I got in that restart, that didn't affect the truck at all. But then whatever happened going on to pit road, I watched the replay. It kind of looked like net code. I don't know why I was getting crowded down there.
Yeah, I remember that too. You had a couple things. You had the restart checkup, and then getting on the pit road. Yeah, the net code tonight was pretty just garbage for everybody, unfortunately. So I had a lot to
It was
do with-
netcode, but I don't understand why I was getting squeezed down into a truck pitting.
Yeah, it was interesting. But yeah, I mean, you had some fantastic speed though. Top 5 qualifying effort,
did.
and we're battling for the lead. So nothing to hang your head about though.
Actually, plenty to hang my head about. That was exactly a thing that you would hang your head about.
You gotta take some positives away from it, but
I appreciate your optimism.
it's what I get paid to do, something like that. I don't know. Really, it's a sense of impending doom because Art chose LSRL last week, so I had to pick you guys, and we lost. It's over. So round 2, we got to fight back.
Hey, in the bonus, we had 3 in the top 5, so I guess we can't really complain, right?
Yeah, it's just
hold on. One of the 3 was me.
Yeah, that's.
I don't race ARS. I'm a stat guy.
I mean,
he's
race.
He's following us everywhere. We gotta get him out.
Does he not understand the magnet I have on my car every week?
Yeah.
Have you considered removing it?
Yeah, but
you gotta talk to Mike. You gotta talk to Mike about that one.
It's pretty rough though. Drew, I mean, his internet literally said you're not racing tonight. Devin blew up. Kyle Ritchie had
Drew also couldn't make it 10 laps without getting muted in the race chat.
Yeah,
that was funny.
Alex Shira blew up. Nothing
hilarious.
he could have done.
He was yelling at me too, which made it better for me.
Magnus had a shot at the win. He was stuck on pit road, so a lot of avoidable issues for us. But we'll regroup. We'll get him next time.
We probably won't.
It was no fun.
What'd you say? We probably won't.
We probably won't.
Nice optimism.
Listen, man, if it's a caution-filled race, we're gonna dominate them.
Uh.
But if it's not, we're kind of up the creek without a paddle.
Yeah.
So you don't know
Very
how, you don't know how
confused
to
on
do
what to do in these situations.
Yeah.
That's why I was up so
See,
high.
that's what I'm
Nobody knew how to do
saying.
a field
Travis
strategy.
and Chris, you guys get the best of both worlds, right? You do Monday and Tuesday night, so you're like you can kind of adapt to both.
I can't. I'm having a hard time
It was
lately.
like an ARS race that turned into an LSRL race.
Right.
That's what it felt like
Yeah.
tonight.
First half was ARS, second half was LSRL. So.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Good times.
It was fun regardless.
Yeah, I had a blast. It was some good racing and some strategy that made it worth watching. So I'd recommend it.
I struck one. That's
Yeah. Yeah, Glenn Murphy Jr.
was
not a shock.
Was Schwartz pissed?
I don't know. About to go find out though.
Listen, it was a move that was like a race winning move, and he was clear when he came down there. I don't know.
I mean,
I think the bump down there had a part to play.
I don't know.
There's a bump right at
I
the
knew
bottom
what
of the
I knew what
finish line.
McQuiggan was trying to do, but it just kind of got. I don't know. It's just one of those things. He didn't hook him, so I mean, if he would have right hooked him, I would have got it. But he hit him square, and like we said already, it's just you couldn't push in these trucks at all tonight, and it just turned him immediately. So.
Yes, I did.
But yeah, we'll go find out. We'll go talk to the.
Good luck.
Yeah, appreciate it, fellas. We'll see you. I guess Monday, Indy Road.
Before we go, what was for dinner?
Ooh, chicken and noodles.
Nice.
Yep.
I think Art and I
Parmesan noodles.
Art and
Alfredo,
I probably
I
have the
believe.
same
I don't
answer.
even know.
Made some Chinese chicken stir fry.
Art hasn't eaten yet. We know that.
Art definitely hasn't had dinner yet.
True.
Nice.
Art and I are very similar in how we treat dinner. Dinner does not happen until about 10:30, and we're going to bed.
I don't think that's good for you.
It's just,
I don't think that's really healthy.
No.
I mean, that's a better answer than what the actual answer is.
All right, well,
Like
we'll just
3:30.
Yeah.
Just not eat.
Oh boy, 3 a.m.
Good fight. Good night.
Yeah, absolutely, fellas. We'll see you on Monday.
Take care, man.
I wanted.
Hello.
How we doing?
How we doing, fellas? You guys come out on top with the bragging rights, won by 20-something points overall. So well done. Congratulations.
Giggity.
So the first half of the race was, and we just talked to the CMS boys, a little bit of the ARS style with some wrecks and some net code, sending people all over the place. Second half of the race was LSRL, pretty clean, a lot of strategy, and it showed out there. You guys came away on top tonight.
Yeah, I'll speak as the one that got damaged early. It was not fun, but with the draft, I kind of stayed in it and looked pretty solid. But as soon as I lost it, I just lost everything.
Yeah, you were involved in the first caution of the night, which was netcode. Went back and looked at it. Pretty much, I don't know. The car got turned right in front of you, but I mean, despite that, never stopped fighting. Came home P7 here, picked up valuable points.
Hashtag can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah. Jonathan Shorts ran a very strong race tonight as well. Was in position to battle for the win with Glenn Murphy Jr. and maybe Nathaniel Landwehr and McQuiggan. And then we all know what happened there. Coming inside I don't think it was like 6 or 7 laps to go. Got pushed down the front straightaway, and these trucks do not handle it well whatsoever. And you kind of got turned into the fence and came home 10th instead of potentially 2nd or 1st tonight.
Yeah, just some bad luck.
But definitely very quick and deserved better. But staying out on the racetrack, it was only 20 points, so just keeping it out on track definitely got you guys some solid points, and you can take the bragging rights for sure. Ben Thomas did very well tonight. First time we've seen you here on the channel, but LSRL brought you over, and you picked up 23 spots to come home P6 tonight. So a very solid effort from yourself.
Yeah, I just drove my own race and tried to stay out of the madness early on. I mean, the second wreck there, that happened right in front of me, and I someway made it through. So,
absolutely.
But yeah,
absolutely. Coming in and brought the ringer in to come get P6. That's what it seems. But did a very nice job out there tonight.
Thank
you. And then let's see here. Casey Brown, you were up and back, sideways and through tonight. Had some pretty much top 10 speed, but a little bit of damage there as well, holding you back probably from what you deserved.
No, yeah, the truck had really good speed in it. Thought I really had a good shot at a top 5, but just coming to pit road on one of those stops, it slid through the box and actually slid the rear of the truck into the pit wall. So yeah, it was a long stop, and just every green flag stop was terrible. It just slid through the box every time. So lost time and just never could recover.
Yeah, but definitely had some speed tonight, and we're up there battling early and often, and then obviously the green flag pit stops in second half. But nevertheless, a consistent effort kept out of most of the chaos, and you can definitely hold your head high and help and secure the win for the league.
Yep. That was the overall goal tonight, was to come out on top, and feel like we mission accomplished.
Eric Shields, you had a very quick truck tonight. Again, kind of the first part of the race, battling up near the top 5. And then obviously it went kind of haywire. Ended up 19th, not where you deserve, but definitely had great speed out there tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like I had at least top 3 speed, so it was running pretty good. But I know I was getting kind of slow on those tires there, and then it looked like it was netcode or something, and got spun there. So that was unfortunate. No yellow came out or anything. So it's all good. I mean, I had a lot of damage, didn't really make a difference at that point, but it's just how it goes with the draft.
Yep, absolutely. But y'all put in a fantastic effort, and always a pleasure watching y'all race. And y'all came out on top tonight, so well done.
Sir, actually, you came out on top tonight. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you. That was a heck of a surprise.
I know you're adding to your family in a few weeks, and it's a great milestone in life. And congratulations to you and your wife, and to your future child.
Absolutely, appropriately named Dale. So we'll get him in one of these hopefully soon enough, and better than
for
his.
Dale.
Yeah, absolutely.
There
We're very excited, and it was a great surprise. Appreciate all that you guys do, Michael and Anthony. They do a great job.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you guys for putting on a great broadcast every time.
absolutely, we'll appreciate it, fellas, and definitely one more time give a shout out to LSRL for the victory here tonight, and go join up. Get you their Discord links and all their social channels for their recruitment seasons as they get ready to kick off another season here in just a couple of weeks' time. Back up here in the broadcast booth, though, to close out tonight, here are your official race results. Land Murphy Jr. taking home the W over Joshua McQuiggan. 5 seconds, comfortable in the end. Top 3, Joshua McQuiggan and Nathaniel Landwehr.
Still can't believe that Corbin top 4.
Yeah, Corbin Simmons 4th. Zach Scare rounds out your top 5 and the last car on the lead lap. Ben Thomas, though, first time on the channel, comes home P6. Andrew Tenold is ARS, obviously. Jonathan Schwartz, LSRL. Don't know why it says that. Pinder ARS, so had some overrides there, but fantastic race. Had some cautions early, some netcode, some good battles for the lead, and some strategy at the end. So this was a fantastic effort, I'd say, by ARS and LSRL. It was a very entertaining race.
Yeah, very entertaining. Like, it definitely could have been a little cleaner early on. Not the race that a lot of us really expected, but the drivers who were able to stick it out, make it through, definitely, put on a good show.
Yeah, I'm telling you, though, Mikhail Turkin and Scarebo, we saw more of the LSRL guys able to get back out on track and pick up crucial points. Kyle Ritchie was up 50 minutes. I mean, Randy Arms, he was out. Devin Galvin not able to get back on track, but just everyone trying to make the difference for the league, and LSRL just got that little bit extra there. But glad it was competitive, and definitely appreciate being a part of 2 great leagues. Recommend highly joining up and getting in on the action with everybody Monday and Tuesday nights. And again, massive shout out to Michael McElroy, owner of ARS, and Anthony Giuliano, owner of LSRL, and for the surprise that they gave me right before race time. Go get him some diapers or something, put that money to good use for Dale, and super excited to welcome him in to the world of sim racing broadcasting at some point.
Not real life racing.
Hopefully we'll manifest it, right?
Just save that $200 for a go kart.
But yeah, we will be back tomorrow night. Rod car, is it Gen 4s?
It's Gen, I believe it's Gen 4s.
I do believe it's
Gen 4s at
Double
Bumpy Daytona. So Rod car Friday night, tomorrow night, 9 Eastern. And then back.
I just realized I gotta race control that.
Yeah,
so.
you do. Have fun,
Yeah.
bud. And then back Monday night, final race in the round of 12 for ARS at the Indy Road Course. So be sure to hit that follow button to not miss a second of the on-track action from your favorite drivers and leagues. And we will see you back here tomorrow night, 9 Eastern. Y'all take care.